for another community-produced program here on Oshkosh Channel 10.
Packer fans, welcome to Packer Talk with Green Show, sponsored by Betchnev's Pizza Corner, Merritt and Bowen, Audio Plus on East Frontage Road, and Coca-Cola Distributing on Main Street in Oshkosh here. First of all, before we get started, I would just like to tell the Packer fans out there and Green fans in general that I was escorted out of Lambeau Field this past Sunday against the Detroit Lions in the third quarter for not being in my proper seat and or proper section. Whether you believe in me or not, or whatever your thoughts or opinions on me, I think I do a pretty good job for the fans and for the players and for the organization. And I do need the stout Green fans in the city of Oshkosh and in northeastern Wisconsin to give me a hand in this situation. And please call up the Packer office at this number. Get a pencil and paper, I'll tell you the number. Everybody ready? 1-414-496-5700. I'll tell you this number later on in the show, but my special guests, Jim and Jeremy Erstbeimer, we're going to talk about an 8-1 victory over the Detroit Lions, Barry Sanders at Lambeau Field this past Sunday noon. We're 8-1, and we got a 3-game lead over everybody else in our division, and we're a front leader in the overall home field advantage thing, guys. So first of all, gentlemen, we'll look at the stats of the game, then we'll get into it. The total board here. Time of possession, we got about 6 minutes on them. First downs about 5, 23 to 18. Total yards about 170 or so. Don Beebe, what a tough cookie. I'm glad we got him. We didn't really know what to expect if he would even be playing this year, gentlemen. But he's filled tremendous job he's doing. Really took a couple of shots and he bounced right back. He's kind of wiry and stringy and a durable person. Santana Dotson, 2 sacks and a couple of hurries and put pressure on Magic Man all Sunday. Mickens did okay. You know, he had a high ankle injury. It took him like forever to get healthy, and he's out of Florida A&M. He come in and do a very good job with Don, and it did really good there Sunday at the Whiteouts. We had 100 yards rushing, which I guess is adequate. I guess rushing is very important for the Packers. Of course, it helps out protect Brett Favre. We don't have to be passing the ball all the time. Favre on the move. When he's on the move, gentlemen, he's better than in the pocket, I believe. On the other side, Fonz's job maybe still be in question. You really can't say nothing but greatness for Barry Sanders, number 20. He really made some moves and really shake and bake, and he really showed these defensive ball players of the Packers how to miss them. And no magic in Magic Man, and that's about it, gentlemen. Anybody want to start the show? We'll go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, when you're talking about Don Beebe and his toughness, I had an opportunity to meet him here about a month ago at the Mike Holmgren show. Not a big man by any stretch of the means,
No.
but his agility is based on a lot of his wiriness as well as his experience. There was nothing for him to step up into the Packer organization. He's a very intelligent individual, and he did well in picking up their game scheme and falling right into it. With Brooks and Antonio Freeman being down, Packers have so much depth with Mickens and Mays, and of course their tight ends, and they can use their backs.
Levens and them guys.
Just unbelievable. We have so
Captain
many.
Morgan's in town now.
Right. So many weapons, it's unbelievable. And with Morgan being back, I mean, I was a little skeptical about him, but he does know the program, and it was a little surprising to see him be cut, get cut this last year. I was very surprised by that, but...
You would think that Don Beebe or Desmond Howard would have been on a bubble more so than Anthony Morgan, right?
Well, they want to Go ahead.
Yeah, seeing as though that Anthony Morgan, he started a couple games last year. I think 5 games for him last year, at the where Antonio Freeman is right now. So I thought it was kind of weird that he got cut, but I just.
I'm glad he's back. I mean, you brought the word depth up, Jim. I think the Packers now are one of the strongest depth-wise team in the NFL.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They can go 3 or 4 guys in every direction, and they're going to be accomplishing the same thing, put a W on the board.
But the difference with the Packers and the other organizations is the depth of their runners, using Dorsey, Levens, and Henderson, and of course Bennett, is they not only have the running ability and they're strong, the holes are starting to open up for them a little bit more. The defense or the offensive line is actually doing what they've been supposed to have been doing all these years. And they're finally opening up these holes for these guys to get a running start. But these guys are not just a threat with their feet and their legs. They have the ability, the natural ability to catch the ball in the flat, out in the zone, and they're just a threat after that. It's after the catch, then they're even a further threat. So
Right.
the Packers are, just like I said before, they have depth beyond recognition.
Anybody else in the league?
Yeah. And Dallas, I'm not worried about Dallas. I'm not worried about Kansas City. Both tough games, but no. Dallas is done, and like I predicted early in the season, and it's going to happen, Dallas, if they make the playoffs, it's going to be a wild card berth for them. And they're going to get blown out. They might win the first one.
They're struggling, ain't they, right now? They really are struggling offensively, defensively, and
There has been. They have too many internal problems,
Yes.
with Jerry Jones trying to run things. And you cannot own a team and have a coach try to do a job
when you're
and
on
have
all
an
the time.
effective team.
Yeah.
You just can't do that. And Jones has got his fingers in too much butter. That's his problem. He won't let his coach do the job, and he certainly don't let the players do their job. You can't have a coach on the sidelines badgering these players. I mean, give me a break.
all the time.
It just can't happen.
So, Jeremy, did you go to many games up at Lambeau, Jeremy?
I haven't been to one yet. I had an opportunity to go this last game, but
Why did you not go up to Lambeau Field? That's
'Cause I couldn't
that's
get tickets.
Oh, I thought you said you had an opportunity.
It was
I-
this
I-
close.
It was that
Oh,
close to
okay.
getting tickets, and
that is the best place in the
Oh,
world
yeah.
for football is Lambeau Field. I know Jim has been up there and he loves it up there.
oh, yeah, I've wanted to go there for.
Someday you'll get up there again. You'll get up there.
We took him up to Camp Randall.
Yeah, Badger
Had a
Town.
nice victory up there. That was, I think, one of the last games that they had up there for preseason.
Oh,
so.
the Packer game.
It was against the Saints.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
against the Saints, and he got to get down there right with the players because it's real close to the fence line, and greatly enjoyed himself. He didn't spend much of his time in the seats.
Oh, I
He
mean
was
like
down
me.
by the- Well, they didn't harass him, so.
The harassment,
You know.
that's a good word for what they do
You
to
know.
me. But, okay, now Brett Favre. No, he was MVP last year, and he's on a pace to do the MVP thing, but we're talking about how valuable he is on the run, guys. The pocket's nice. You have the little pocket, you have that little thing like this, and you can pick people out, but I'll tell you what, Brett Favre may be more valuable on the run and on the move than he is in the pocket, guys. What do you think?
He's the most accurate passer, I think, in the NFL right now on the move.
And
By
not
far.
only that, there's your fourth runner. There's your fourth runner. They never know what he's going to do. And he could wait till that last second. He got burned once this year,
Yeah.
stepping over the line, but
Yeah,
that
touchdown took away, but that's okay.
wasn't over the line. That was 5 yards. But the main thing is he has a good presence of where he's at on the field and knows when to release that ball. He's gotten more educated that way. When to toss it out of bounds or beyond the means of interception. That's why if you look at his ratio today, I mean, it's astronomical
Yes.
compared to last year. So Brett Favre is,
The MVP again.
oh yeah, without a doubt. There's
quarterback in the
no
NFL.
hesitation. I mean,
He gets compliments and respect from around the NFL, and it's rightly to him.
he's earned it. He's earned it.
Yes, he has earned his respect and stuff. All the credit he gets, he earned every inch of it.
Well, he's a good product of the coaching staff. And 2 of those products that are not with Green Bay, I'm really pleased to see them doing well. Ty Detmer.
Ty Demmer, all right, I love you,
Wonderful.
baby. Yeah, you go, Pod. Yeah, Ty, I love you, baby. Yes.
He did a nice job. I was real pleased to see that. And, of course, Mark Brunell. He's
Brunell.
having a fairly good year.
Jacksonville.
Right. These guys were quarterback starters potential, but obviously with Brett there, and there just really was no room for those individuals. So it was kind of nice to see those guys get a starting nod and then actually get a chance to prove themselves.
And you're bringing about the people that helped Brett Favre. Steve Muriucci, he went to California, University of California, Golden Bears, where Rich Campbell came from a long time ago. But anyway, he's one of the guys that helped Brett Favre mature and to understand the football, the quarterback system of Mike Holmgren.
Yeah.
And of course he moved on, and now Brett Favre is pretty much his own man, and he understands that system better than, do you think he understands it better than Steve Young or Joe Montana does? Or pretty much the same, huh? Pretty close.
He's maybe got, when they get to the Super Bowl, he'll have full understanding of it, I think. He's got a little bit yet. He's pretty much there, but when they reach the Super Bowl.
Well, pinnacle of Super Bowl, yes.
Right.
Joe Montana, the guy's a saint in his own right. He's had a lot of excellent years and more than a proven quarterback. Steve Young follows right in the same footsteps as Joe Montana. And of course they got him granddaddying out pretty soon anyway.
Yes.
But Brett's got some time to go. He's a young quarterback,
27 now.
and he's in a position that it took these guys 5-6 years to get, 7 years. And, well, he's got the luxury of being in a nice program that's going to present that to him. And, of course, Holmgren was a part of that,
Out there, yes.
So it's only natural that Green Bay get a little bit of that.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be more than just this year.
We're
looking at.
We're going to be around for a while, Jim.
I figure with the young guys that we have, and Brett and the receivers and offensive, defensive line, these guys are going to be around. You got Reggie White as an educator to these young people. Packers are going to be around for a while.
That brings up a point about being around. That means Ron Wolf will be signing a new contract after the football season's over with sometime in February or so, and he's going to be staying here, which I hope he is staying here. Because Ron Wolf has really made the Green Bay Packers, brought a coach out, Mike in, and after that, with the drafting or free agency with the Reggie, and signing the steal of the century, Brett Favre from Atlanta, and all that kind of stuff. And right now, the main thing the Packers are going to do is just pay attention to the draft. Use your free agency wisely. Don't go all crazy with your free agency. Make sure you have the right person at the right position and your right needs filled with your free agency. And stay healthy, and the Packers are going to be a dominant team of the NFL for years to come, turning into the next century. Green and gold is going to be the first team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row.
I wouldn't doubt that. They certainly
If everything
have the
works out,
talent.
if I have anything to say about it.
They have the talent. They definitely do. And with that talent comes wiseness that'll be passed on to their newer players.
That's right.
They'll do just fine. You're right. I agree that they will be the year 2000's Super Bowl champs. I don't have any doubt in my mind with that.
You don't want to talk about anybody else? Want to talk about Fonse's job maybe in jeopardy with this yo-yo effect? Barry Sanders, Favre's on the move, 100 yards running the ball. You guys, Santana, what a nice guy we picked up from Billy Buccaneers. And so he's really doing a very well job. And in fact, he did such a good job because they double-teamed Gilbert Brown this past weekend, and Santana was let loose, and he took care of the middle.
Yes, he did. And isn't that just a shame also with who we picked up and who other teams picked up? Isn't it a shame that Mr. Cox is out?
Oh, Brian Cox, you banana, you're out for the season. I'm glad we didn't get you in your mouth up here in Lambeau. He's a detriment to football.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And, well, of course, he will be back if they make the playoffs.
You got to be kidding. No, the only team in the Central Division making the playoffs is us.
The unfortunate thing I heard with all that news with the Bears was that their coach, Wanstead's job is on the line. I can't believe that. There's a guy that he's a victim of his players.
How many years has he been there? Isn't he the same with Mike?
He's a victim of his
I think
players.
it's 4 years. I think he's 1 year under the same.
1 year under Mike.
1 year. He's got 4. This is Mike's 5th, so yeah, he's 1 year underneath. I think, seniority as far as that is concerned. Yeah, he's a victim of his players and whatever is going wrong.
He don't have a lot of ties and
Talent,
selectivity.
he doesn't have a lot of talent on that team, and so forth. So.
I do have one regret about the Packers roster, and that's
Number 20.
Who?
Number 20. We should have had Barry Sanders, except
that's
we
a
took.
long time ago. Yeah, I know with
Yeah,
the
that's
Mandarich thing and stuff.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
a
we got.
bigger
Yeah,
guy.
Mr. Steroid, right?
We know all that stuff.
Right, yeah, but the deal with it's great for the Packers to be having the objectivity of going to the Super Bowl this year, and I have full confidence that they're going to accomplish that, plus the end result of victory. But to go there with McMahon, I don't believe that.
In fact, Jimmy McMahon this past week, as he left the stadium, he walked, after the players shower and stuff, and leave the stadium, going through the car, I said, go the Bears! I said, the Bears won today. I don't know if you heard me or not. I imagine you heard me, but he didn't really do anything about it. But anyway, so yeah, the Bears barely beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
the positive in that note is, though, that, you know, I understand why they do have Jim McMahon there,
Yeah,
and
I know.
that's as a teacher for the younger quarterback.
Better,
So, that'll work out good, and he does know his stuff. You know, he's a bear.
yeah.
You know,
And Morgan too, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know.
Got to give and take, I suppose. You know,
Yeah.
if you want the
Well,
best.
see, the best one to come and play in Green Bay now.
Well, yeah, they're bandwagon people. You know,
Yeah.
they want to jump on a bandwagon.
So anything else you want to talk about, Jeremy? What do you want to talk about? Who's your favorite player? Do you have a favorite player? Do you like anybody's special defense or offensive player?
Well,
Who you like a lot?
for years and years and years, my favorite defense player was LT, Lawrence Taylor.
I'm going to talk about Packer
Oh,
players.
Packer players? Oh, okay.
I'll
Well,
give you an LT.
okay, Packer players, probably Craig Newsom.
Craig
I like
was
him.
very good. Didn't he do a good? Boy, he's great. What a difference between him and that, you know, that
Buckley?
that,
Yeah.
that guy down
Burn
there.
me?
The guy that down in Orange Country down there,
Yeah.
Buckley guy.
Burn me, Buckley. Right. I watched old Jimmy Johnson just about have the big coronary on the sidelines this weekend. That was pretty nice to watch that too.
Yeah.
And then you didn't hear much out of Buckley at all. So
No.
there was another waste of money.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that guy.
Well, yeah, well, right now I think we're going to get onto that Ron Wolf thing with the people that we've had that he's brought in and the people that sort of mistakes that he had, and hopefully all that stuff with the Dickerson thing and the Buckley thing and stuff like that. Hopefully it's all gone and it's water over the dam, and now nothing but good stuff is going to happen to the Green Bay Packers, Ron Wolf and Coach Mike and us, our fans and the players and everything else.
Well, he's matured in the business,
Yes.
you know, so he's got an understanding. He has realized how he got burned on some of those other picks, and, you know, how would you have known that? How would you have known about Mandridge? I mean,
Everybody wanted him.
if you look at his college career, and same way with Buckley, I mean, the problem with Buckley is they didn't realize, the height didn't have nothing to do with it. He took too many chances. He played that step-off football to kind of give that receiver that false sense of security, and he got lucky in college. He was faster.
Oh, faster enough.
He was fast enough to make up that
college, yeah, but
difference.
not pros is different.
Well, it didn't work for Green Bay, you know, and all he did for us was nothing.
In fact, speaking of, we'll get back a little bit of Packer history. 92, of course. Tom Mikowski was quarterback. He
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers.
First 3 games.
The first 3 games he got hurt in the Cincinnati game, and Brett Favre's been there ever since. And I don't know what his string of 60-some games starting quarterback in NFL. He's ahead in that category right now, and he's a tough cookie.
Oh, yeah.
He takes. Well, I'm going to touch on the offensive line a little bit. You know, we have some young guys up there, with Kenny Ruckers playing and not playing, being hurt a little bit of his knee now. Bigger old Dot's a little bit of a dinged up injury now. We got young guys up there: Adam Turman, Aaron Taylor, John Michaels. Frankie Winters has been there 10 years, so the center, this guy in this middle. But basically, we're a bunch of young guys up there. I think average, other than the older guys, I think we're about only 24 or 25 years old. Yeah. So that's a good sign. We got these guys. We drafted 3 guys out of college for our offensive linemen. Yeah. So our depth at offensive line, with healthiness, should be around for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got a lot
With
of...
Flanagan and the guy from Penn State, can't think of his name right now, Marco
Rivera.
Marco Rivera, and Michael's over there on the left side. So we're going to be good there, too, for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to, like I said, they're a good 5-6 year team, and provided they use, like you had indicated earlier, their draft choices and the free agency wisely, and I think obviously that Wolf has matured that way, and
Yes, he will.
he utilizes, what helped Wolf though, is he utilizes Holmgren's influence and the rest of the coaching staff, because, you know, you can't just have some guy picking and choosing off of a stat sheet. You have to have other individuals that are watching these people that understand the mechanics of football and the physical endurance that these people need to have.
I think that means our scouting system has gotten better.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, our scouting system, years ago, our scouting system was somewhat subpar, and we missed out on a lot of great talent. And now our scouting has improved apparently, and we're going out and get some very good athletes, and some people are coming in right away and playing.
Well, it's not just ability, though. You have to also understand the atmosphere is totally different from what it was in the Forrest Gregg era and the Bart Starr era. Everybody was, oh yeah, well, they were the glory year players. They're going to give us a victory team, you know, and they were just too lost in the nostalgia of the Green Bay Packers as opposed to really focusing on what those individuals can do as a unit, and they are indeed a family. I mean, if you you watch them on or off the field, or even read any of the articles about them. It's truly a
team.
gelled family with coaches and players alike.
Speaking of one thing about history, Vince Lombardi's stamp is going to be brought out to purchase Vince Lombardi stamps next year. You can bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to go get some of them babies, and I think we're going to try to get them autographed.
Yeah,
But anyway.
you're going to have to take a dirt nap for
but
that
anyway,
one.
so no, they're going to bring out Vince Lombardi stamps next year, and I know I signed a petition for that a couple years ago, and I'm glad it's coming out now. Vince Lombardi does belong on a stamp.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're talking about injuries this week, like you had mentioned about, let's see, there's 3 guys that showed injury.
Figueroa Donson. Well,
That-
I mean, still, you mean over from last week? You mean?
That are possible, if not
Oh.
not going to play this week. We had Rutgers, he's possible, but he's not going to start. Then you had
Santana's hurt,
Robinson.
but he'll start.
and Santana.
Yeah, Eugene Robinson, he's still nursing a tender ankle and stuff,
Yeah.
but those guys are tough, so they'll start. And that's about all we had for
Yeah.
nicked up injuries this week.
We've been having our share of that whiteout thing,
Oh,
but now hopefully that's settled down, and
Well-
we'll slow down on that stuff a little bit.
I think after the hits BB took this last weekend and they realized the guy's a man of steel, he gets up and he walks away and it's like, I couldn't believe it. I saw them hits 3-4 times repeated and it's like,
There's only one guy that can take a hit like that and still bounce back like non-BB. Mike Tollard.
Buck Tollard.
Buck Tollard.
Buck Tollard.
Buck
You
Tollard can
betcha.
take a hit, boy.
You betcha.
Bounces right back up.
Oh, yes.
But we're talking about, we have a very important game to go, gentlemen, this weekend. We have 1 of 3 games on the road. The Kansas City Chiefs down in Arrowhead Stadium. That is where I film my Coca-Cola commercial down there. I do not have any other insight other than it's a great place to play if you're a Chiefs fan, and not so good if you're opposing a team like the Packers coming in Arrowhead Stadium. Marty Schottenheimer's doing a pretty good job down there. They got Marcus Allen close. He's a short yardage guy and a touchdown area guy running. They have a Sonny Bono, the guy Scheer left him. He's not all that good since Scheer left him. They have a pretty good running offensive line, I guess, for Marcus Allen. They have defense, Derek Thomas and Neil Smith. So they have some talent on both sides of the ball, and they're going to give us a test. But we have more than they have, and we're going to come out. You win games like this, Jim, with a great defense, which we have, and they also have. I think ours is better by probably 1 point.
Well, we're number
and we
one.
have a better quarterback than they do, so that's 2 points. So we're going to come out here with at least a 3-point win.
Well, what are
Oh,
they
my.
as far as
I think there's
defensive?
defense, I don't know. What
They're
They
like-
ranked only about
They're
12th?
yeah, they're not that.
I
no, I mean, they
Packers-
still got a pretty good defense.
Yeah, they got a good front line.
Yeah, they got a pretty good front line.
With the
They'll take
Packers
advantage of
defense, Packers defense is going to have Bono on the run all day.
Yes.
Allen is tough. If they can keep Kansas City from the 30-yard line and back, they won't have any problem retaining Marcus Allen.
Right.
But let him get in that red zone, and he's a dangerous runner,
Right.
no doubt. But other than those isolated little weapons that they have, you can't just rely on one player.
Right. And we have too many weapons for them, like I
Oh,
said
yeah.
before.
They had another runner that came out and rushed 100 yards last week, this Sunday. I don't know.
Wasn't
I
that
forgot
a
what his
rookie?
name is. I'm not sure, but he came out. Allen got his touchdown and everything, and
Oh,
then they had
okay,
that other guy
okay.
that rushed
Yeah,
for
Hill,
100
Grant
yards.
Hill.
Yeah. Well, not Grant
Against
Hill.
the
but
Vikings,
some,
or some hill.
yeah, some Hill guy.
Not over the hill, like me. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to come out of there with a win. We'll be 9-1. What do you think the score is going to be, guys? Go ahead. We'll talk about the score we're going to come out with.
Their offense ain't that good. Would they score 16? I don't know.
Well, they won 21-7, 21-6 this past week over
21 to
Minnesota.
6.
Yeah.
I'll give them. That's Minnesota's defense. I'd say 27-10.
27-10. That was my pick for last week.
I had them at 28-17. I figure they're going to get a couple in there if they're lucky, but it'll be an 11-point victory for the
I say
Packers.
24-16, 8-point. So I don't know what the spread will be. I don't care.
No.
We are a better team on both sides of the ball. We're pretty much healthy. I'm glad that we got these guys, these receivers that we have now. So we're pretty much healthy all the way around our football team. We have something to prove to themselves. So I don't think they're really worried about proving anything to you or me, Jim or Jeremy. Well, I mean, I suppose they are interested in proving something to the fans, but I think they're more important in proving something to themselves that the Green Bay Packers are a great team, and they are a team to be reckoned with on the road and at home. And they're going to go down to Kansas City this Sunday afternoon, and they're going to show the NFL what kind of team we really are. We're going to come out with a win. We'll be 9-1.
That's very true, but you know, for every game they play, it seems like every week they got to prove themselves. This
Well,
week
yes.
they got Kansas City, okay, they're going to beat them. Then it's all you got to get over that Dallas hump. Well, then all of a sudden it's going to be going against Denver. That's the next one, after the St. Louis down the road.
Well, you got the
next
Bears.
tough-
Well, yeah, no.
I said real teams.
Yeah,
Let's
real
not
team.
talk about the Bears
The
again.
Bears, yeah, the real team.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Still
So,
suck.
But yeah, until this season is over, and it won't be until probably
January 26th.
probably right up into that. They're going to just say, well, they haven't been here. They're a bridesmaid. Oh, geez, you're going to hear one after the other. You listen to those sportscasters all the time, and time and time again, they'll say, well, this guy can't do this or this guy can't do that, and all of a sudden, 3 plays later, the guy's catching the ball and breaking for 20, 30 yards. Well, I told you, this guy's just unstoppable. You never can understand what he's going to do. So they're so wishy-washy.
Yeah.
And it won't be until the end of the season when we have that crown that they realize that we're going to be around for a while.
Yes, we are going to be around for a while. But it's so nice to know that we're 8-1. It feels good, doesn't it sound good? It feels good being 8-1. I can't believe it. And it's been so long since we've been, well, in fact, it's been 1963 since the Packers were 8-1.
Well,
And I'm gonna look at my book when I get home tonight and see when the last time we've been 15-1. I know we've never been 15-1, but anyway.
for a long time I've
We'll
been
be 9-1.
telling him the same story about 1967 watching the Packers beat Dallas in the Ice Bowl. And I said, man, you don't understand the feeling that it was.
Oh,
And hopefully, now this year, 30 years later, he's going to get that opportunity to feel that same euphoria that I had.
it's really fun being a winner and being associated with winners, and the fans are into it. A lot of green and gold stuff is at Lambeau Field, and a lot of green and gold stuff out in the stores, and they're baking green and gold Packer cakes and cupcakes. They're having green and gold weddings and green and gold this, and it's really nice to know that it's not just in Packerland, in Green Bay, northeastern Wisconsin, or Wisconsin. I believe that the Green Bay Packers have a lot of fans throughout the United States. We prove it a couple times on the road at Seattle and Minnesota, and the cheeseheads are pretty much abundant in anywhere we go, and it's nice to be a cheesehead now and winning the ball games.
Oh, yeah. And you have to understand the best thing about being affiliated any which way with the Packers is that it doesn't, you don't have to be a Packer fan, and the Packers don't have to win to have the fans.
Right.
They have fan support irregardless of what.
That's right.
All the bad years we had and stuff, that stadium was filled all the time.
I know.
We are the best.
I used to do this when I remember Green was there when they were 7 and 9s and 6 and 10s and 8s and 8s and stuff. So I've been around about 18 years doing this, Jeremy.
Oh, I know. I see.
I've been around a long time, and again, I'm asking you guys for your support, and call up the TV stations of Green Bay or the Packer headquarters at Lambeau Field, and numbers 1-414-496-5700. And I just want to be friends with the Packer organization, and hopefully with you guys speaking on my behalf, we'll be able to reconcile these differences and work something out and go to the Super Bowl together. And because I have a lot to offer the fans, the team, and the organization. So go Pack, go, and we'll be 8-1 this Sunday, 9-1 this Sunday.
Sounds
Right.
great.
3:30
Did you,
So he's got a book. What book you got there?
well, this is
About the book.
a friend of mine, Steve Rose, decided to write a book with Robert Brooks, Kenny Rutgers, and Reggie White, and the rest of the Packer organization. It's an excellent book. It sells, I think, for $12.99. I'm going to do my best to get Steve Rose, he's my good friend, get him on Green's show, and also get Green up to Steve Rose's show. He runs one with Kenny Rutgers on Monday nights on a Packer radio station up in Green Bay. So it's an excellent book. You can buy it anywhere.
We better say hello. You want to say hi
Oh,
to anybody,
yeah.
Jeremy? Say hi to your family. I want to say hi to the Tollards. But they're sitting over in the corner watching the show here in the studio. We got to cut, so say hi to somebody quick. Hurry up.
Hello,
Hey,
Mercury
Schrader,
employees.
what's up, man?
Okay, go Pack, go. 9-1
Pack.
Sunday. Thank
All
you
right.
very much. Thank you, sponsors, very much. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Mike Toller, for coming.
Okay, go. We're done yet?
Mike.